It is estimated that there are more than 100,000 reserves, parks, as well as protected areas around the world, with the oldest national park being Yellowstone in the United States of America. Now, who watches over these expanse of the ecosystem? Forest guards. They're also known as park rangers, and they know a lot in this regard, that is protecting the ecosystem. They are on the front line to protect not just our natural heritage, but even guarantee security in the hinterlands and deep forests. Most times, they are the first to encounter any threats to internal security before calling for reinforcement. Today is World Rangers Day, and it's a day set aside to observe highlight the sacrifices and challenges of those who guard our forests and national parks. These are actually started from 2007. And on such a day, the question will be, where are Nigeria's forest guards? This is our focus on Nigeria today. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Blessing Abu. Now, to take on the issues, we have around for topic, which is looking at the forest guards or forest rangers, as the case may be. Let me welcome to the studio first Ibrahim Musa Goni, who is the Conservator General, National Park Service. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening, viewers.
Also joining him on set is his deputy, Dr. Okedeji Agbola Okeyoyin. Is, just like I said, is the Assistant Conservator General of the National Park Service. Dr. Okeyoyin, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good evening, viewers.
Yes, the theme, I stand with the world's rangers, protecting wildlife and wild places. That is an umbrella for every one of you to serve today and to watch out. Where are Nigerian rangers?
Thank you very much. Blessing. Nigerian rangers are in Nigerian national parks, working and protecting the edifices. Nigerian rangers are at par with any ranger in the world, because what any other ranger does elsewhere in the world, Nigerian rangers do it.
Now, let's find out what specific roles. I know just anyone could just, okay, I'm a ranger, or who is a ranger and what do they do really? What specific roles and importance are they to the society?
Good. Thank you very much. A ranger, by definition, is an officer that works in the forest, in the national parks, or in any wild place. That is who a ranger is. And by virtue of that, he has the duty to monitor a national park to ensure that the national park is safe, not only for visitors, but for the animals alike.
Okay. All right. Let's get to Dr. Okeyoyin. Now, we know this is one huge task before the ranger. How intense and also how immense is the price the rangers will have to pay in the service of their work?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Just as the Conservator General mentioned, rangers, they have a peculiar task in the protection of the protected area, be it national park, game reserve, forest reserves, game sanctuary. These are the cadre that are policing the protected area. So in the course of their job, there are a lot of challenges that have been they are confronting them. Challenges, confrontation from the poachers. Those are the people that want to kill animal by all means. Confrontation and conflict with grazers, people who want to graze their livestock in the protected area. Confrontation with the fishermen who want to fish illegally inside the protected area by using, some use poison, some use all kinds of chemicals to go and fish. So these are the people that our rangers are facing on a daily basis. And the rangers, they have to be on their duty 24/7. So
you've used the word protected areas. Yes. Are there areas that are not protected? So maybe let's get to find out what are those, where and what are these protected areas?
So protected areas are those areas that have been set aside for the protection and conservation of resources, natural resources.
Clearly designated and marked.
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly marked and designated as area for the conservation and protection of flora and fauna resources.
Okay.
Biotic and abiotic.
Okay. All right, let's get back to Conservator General. Now, do people actually understand the nature of your job and what it takes to actually do this on behalf of the nation? How much of awareness has been created in the minds of Nigerians and general public in doing this?
That is the reason we celebrated the World Rangers Day today.
Okay.
Because it's an opportunity for us to tell the world that there are some people working behind the scene. You see the soldiers, you see the police, you see the civil defense working right in the midst of the public. But you hardly see the park rangers because they are in the forest. They are in the protected areas, trying to safeguard the natural resources given to a particular country.
So do these rangers, do they get to have some specific training, or who can be a ranger? Can I just come, okay, since it's just a forest, I can just come and wander?
Yes. See, I told you a ranger is an officer that works in the national park,
yes,
in the forest reserve,
yes,
in a game reserve.
So what makes him qualified?
For you to be able to undertake that job, you have to be trained in that skill. You have to be trained in that skill.
Okay.
You must be given that skill. And this is why Nigeria has the Federal College of Wildlife Management in New Busa, where rangers of all categories are trained. That college is the equivalent of the South African College of Wildlife, the Cameroonian College of Wildlife in Garwa, the Kenyan Wildlife College, the Kenyan Wildlife College, and the Tanzanian Wildlife College in Mweka. So here, the officers are given both the theoretical and practical skill. Having graduated from that college,
so it's a degree awarding institution.
It's an ND and HND awarding college.
Okay.
So you can bridge the ND and the HND to do a master's by doing a PGD in any university. Okay.
So let's find out more. The first question I asked is, where are the Nigerian Rangers? And you told me they are everywhere in the parks. What is the strength, or what is the capacity strength for these rangers? They are spread across the 7. I know we have about 7 or about 7 national parks.
National parks, yes. The 7 national parks constitute an area of 23,000 square kilometers.
Okay.
Just about 3% of the total land area of Nigeria. And this 23,000 square kilometer is being monitored and protected by just about 1,980 officers.
1,980
officers.
That's just like a drop.
Yes, which is actually below the world international standard, because the international standard is that for every 10 kilometers in a savanna area, you have 1 ranger. For every 5 kilometers in a forest area, you have 1 ranger. So by this arithmetic, you realize that we still have a lot of job to do in order to beef up the staff strength.
Well, talking about jobs to do, understanding what job to be done, we actually went to the street earlier in the day to find out if people understood what and how a ranger work, or what it takes to be a ranger. And I'm sure we're going to get to see that in a very, very short while. But let's find out, before we get to see the particular clip, who protects the ranger? The ranger is supposed to be protecting the ecosystem. Now, who protects him, or what protects him?
The ranger is protected by his wife, and by that I mean the gun.
Oh, really?
The gun is his wife.
How come?
Because everywhere he is, anytime you find him, he's always hanging his gun. He's also protected by the training he has received to be able to survive any challenge.
Okay.
These are the people that protect the ranger.
So are there other, apart from the gun now, which is the wife, like you said, what other means of the law? Because he just pointed out earlier, the poachers, so many other things confronting him. And we know some of the danger or hazards the rangers get covered, outright killing or some being maimed for life. So what is in place for them to actually, okay, they're sticking out their neck to actually do this job effectively as you want to?
Yes. In order to at least ameliorate their suffering, the rangers is adequately taken care of by way of allowances, because the National Park Service was just reclassified as a paramilitary organization. And without classification, the salary which was used to be the civil service salary structure then has now changed to the paramilitary salary structure.
Okay, so it's higher now.
Meaning, yes, the take home is higher now.
Oh, great. So that's some basic incentive
that
to
is
actually
basic
begin.
incentive.
Okay, fine. Let's get to Dr. Okeyoyin. Now, the focus of this year, like I read part of it, I stand with the World's Ranger, protecting wildlife and wild places. Now, how did it turn out today, and what are the moves to actually work on this with members of the public?
As you earlier mentioned, the commemoration of Rangers Day started about 11 years ago, 2007. Though we as Nigerians, we joined just about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And the significance of the day is, one, to create awareness. Because general public, majority of people, they are not aware. When you talk of national parks, we say, is it the same as park and garden? Is it the same as motor park? So many people, they are not aware. And if they are not aware of what national park is, how would they know what rangers is? So we try, since morning, we have been trying to, we try to organize a program to sensitize people, to let people know about the role of rangers.
But why do we have to wait until a day like this that is set aside just to...
No, we honor them on daily basis, just as CG said. We honor them on daily basis. Federal government too honor them. That's why there is enhancement, their salary.
Okay.
So apart from what...
No, I'm talking about the awareness for the members of
the public.
Yes.
Because we cannot be going out on daily basis and say, we'll come and see rangers, so come and see rangers. So that's the reason why International Ranger Federation have set aside today specifically, let people know that these are the category of officers in National Park that are doing the policing of the park. So since today have been set aside, we cannot say we stay behind, and since we are on daily basis, we are sensitizing people, we should not do anything. So today is just to increase the level of creation of awareness. We have been doing it on daily basis, but today we increase the tempo.
All right, gentlemen, when we get back from this report, we're now going to take that break to bring you some of those respondents who spoke with us. We'll find out some of the communities that border some of these national parks, how cooperative they've been with you, and also, earlier on, Dr. Okeyoyin, you said something about security and how we get to find out how the security architecture is all labeled for you. We'll find out once we get back from this break. Let's go to the street.
I know there should be a forest guard, but I'm not so familiar with it.
No, I'm not aware. I think I read it in GST, so I have not even seen them physically or any other, even though I have not even had any law that's even maybe corresponding to their activities and operations. I think as a Nigerian, I cannot guarantee of their existence.
Some of them, they are very good, but if government can be able to think the one they can merge, join our security aspect, which is to support our security firm.
These people have specific role and responsibility given to them. Of course, they are equipped, and they have to be both for their own protection and for other people to at least. So they don't necessarily have to be members of the military. They could be, but they don't necessarily have to be, because their role is so specific and so specialized. Right? They need trainings that are related to that.
Yeah, views from the street. Now, you see why we have to talk about this? So many people don't know.
Yes.
So, I asked a question earlier, which already started talking about what they need to do from time to time. Now, I was asking before we went on the break, some communities border these parks as well as some of these preserved or protected areas, like you've pointed out. What kind of cooperation do you get to actually enhance your job and for your forest guard to actually take on their jobs?
Yes, thank you very much. I think let me quickly drive home
exactly
the views of the people.
Exactly.
You see, national parks and rangers are not known because they are not often discussed at public discourse in Nigeria. This is somebody that is in the countryside. And being in the country, if not for the security challenges, we hardly see military on the street. When you see the military man on the street, you know there's a problem. The same goes for the rangers. Yes. Because the warfare is fought in the forest. So national park and the military have a lot of things in common.
Okay.
So this is why the rangers are not known, and this is why national parks is not known. But if you mention the word game reserve, forest reserve, every Nigerian knows that because this is the closest to them. And the national park is a new concept that has come to Africa.
Yes.
It started in 1872, like you have referenced. But when did the movement came to Africa? Around 1950s. Even the first national park in Africa, the one in the Republic of Congo, was established around 1952. So Nigeria adopted this concept in 1979. So you can see it's a very new concept as far
as people are catching on.
Yeah,
and the relationship, like I said. Okay, well, let's get Dr. Okenyon to talk about the synergy between exactly border communities, especially to such parks.
We, as staff of National Park, we can do nothing without the support of the support zone communities.
Okay.
We carry them along in our job, and a recruitment in National Park, particularly the Rangers Force, is very, very unique. Unique in the sense that you have to get people from the catchment area.
Why is it
those people that know the in and out of that area? So that's the reason why if you go to Kainji Lake National Park, you see that the Rangers cadre, you have about 60 to 70% from that
such
local
area.
Yes.
Okay,
so
how has this coming back? Yeah. Okay, let me let you.
So the same thing goes to other parks.
Okay.
So, and again, apart from the fact that we recruit the staff, the junior staff, the Rangers cadre from that from the community, there is perfect synergy between us and the traditional rulers.
Okay.
Where our parks are located. So that's the reason why anytime we have problem, they support the Rangers Force.
Okay, now let's get back to the issue I raised to before we went on the break. That's talking about the security architecture and how this should help. Of late, we know aspects of some northern part and some even all over the nation. You get to hear that, okay, people are attacked and the next thing, they're in the forest. Yes. We can assess such. We can't get in because the terrain is not known to the other security units. How is the parks helping in this direction? How can they help if they have not been doing that?
The national parks have been helping in the security management of this country.
Okay.
And of course, they are key to any security agent, to any security agency in this country.
How do you do that? I know you. Like you
have said,
all of that.
Like you have said, you bring another security. He says he does not know the terrain. Yes, because that is the countryside. It's not known. But the rangers know the terrain. So having this geography at the fingertip of the ranger, he'll be able to tell you this route leads to this route leads to this, and even identify footprints of illegal trespassers and even people who are officially recognized to go into.
But if this had been strong enough, judging from what you said earlier, the shortage or shortfall in the number of men you should have, Has this not been a kind of constraint in actually getting our security mapping very well?
With ICT these days, it is not a constraint.
Okay.
Because we complement the shortfall with things like GPS, smart, drone, and other ICT equipment. So that has helped us, in fact, to be able to manage the little rangers we have. So, and within the comfort of their barracks or patrol posts, they will be able to sense what is happening for them to now strategize on what to do in such area.
Okay, so what other assistance would the national parks be seeking to actually do this effectively? What other collaboration or assistance are you seeking as a body?
Like Oliver Twist, we need a lot of assistance.
In what direction?
Particularly in the area of training.
Okay.
In the area of training. I've just mentioned the GPS. How many of them can operate the GPS? I've just mentioned the smart. How many can manipulate the smart? Then the issue of having to identify your bearing using the GPS, having to identify a particular animal, a particular plant, you need to be trained to be able to identify such plant. And that's why year in, year out, we send these rangers to the College of Wildlife to be able to at least bring them up to at least the level, the international standard, and to be up to date in their activities.
Okay, Dr. Okenyo, now what other assistance or supporting role can the public give alongside what CJ has said?
The public should patronize the national parks that we have in this country. Because if we as Nigerians, we don't appreciate and value what we have, nobody from outside will value them.
Maybe you need to guarantee them the security first.
The security, all the national park where they are located, relatively they are well secured. There's security there, adequate security. So people prefer to go to a country where they go and see butterfly, go and see grasshopper. Whereas all those things we have in Nigeria here, we have in Gasaka Gupti National Park, we have chimpanzee. That we have the highest concentration of chimpanzee in West Africa sub-region.
In Gasaka
Gumti National Park, that's between Taraba and Adamawa.
Okay, and so the roads leading to all those places?
Well, the road is not so, it's manageable. The road is manageable because the Europeans, all those foreign tourists, when they come, their interest is not about the road, their interest is not about the hotels, because they will tell you if they want to come to Africa,
they can put up camps.
They can go, yes, they can put on camp and not the rest. So people, Nigerians, should please patronize this national park. For holiday, people should patronize them. That's number one. Number two, in the aspect of security or something, we should be recognized. National parks should be recognized as part of the security architecture of this country.
So why have you not been given that recognition? And that
is the difference between the national parks here and the one you have in Kenya and Tanzania. Okay. The dynamics of security in Tanzania and Kenya is such that the park rangers, they are part of the security architecture of those countries.
So, CG, what are you doing to actually make sure that what is raising as issue come to fore?
Yes, we are not resting on our oars, and our minister is also not resting on his oars, because each time we raise issues with him, he makes sure that the issues are properly addressed up to the level of the presidency. We are receiving that attention. Okay. Remember, I said we have just been reclassified as a paramilitary agency just 3 years ago, 2014, or 4 years ago. Okay. So, and the way government works, you don't expect government to just one day say, come and be in the security architecture of this country. It has to be a gradual process.
But if you feel that your place is very key, at least in combating aspects of security, I'm sure that consideration.
It is very key, and that is why we have been reclassified as a paramilitary agency, enabling us to carry firearm that is beyond the ones we are carrying before.
But are they sophisticated enough to meet the poachers and all of those people who come confronting you?
Well, they are not, but at least to a reasonable extent.
Okay.
to a reasonable extent, we have been able to face the challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. We'd like to appreciate you for coming on the program. Ibrahim Musa Gone is the Conservator General, National Park Service. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
And also for your insight. And now also I'd like to appreciate Dr. Agbola Okeyoyi, the Assistant Conservator General of the National Park Service. Thank you very much for joining us. And on behalf of the production and studio crew, we'd like to appreciate you for watching. Tomorrow is another time, 7:30 in the evening. And you can also watch the editions of this program online at www.youtube.com/NTA News 24. My name is Blessing Abu. Enjoy the rest of the evening.